So I should, do I have to click that? I'll just start over, maybe. Alright, hello guys. Today I'm going to be doing more of a test than anything, but this is going to be a live stream where I am going to talk about the severe weather that is going on today, though there isn't too much going on, but I am going to be going over what is. There is some marginal risks up there for the northeastern United States, so I will be talking about that. But I do plan on doing these in the future. I haven't really been able to come up with anything to upload recently because basically the only thing going on is severe weather and then some flooding in some areas. But besides that, you know, you're not getting as many big low pressure systems moving across the United States or anything like you would in the winter or the fall time, and there's no hurricanes like in the summertime. So I think this is going to kind of be what I'm going to be focusing on probably through June, probably mostly severe weather. And before I took my cruise, if any of you had watched my May outlook, you would know that I took a cruise. I was mostly focused on the severe weather at that point anyway. Now I did want to talk about, I'm going to talk about all three of our next 3 days outlooks, and I'm also going to talk about like currently what's going on. But today, again, not a lot going on. You have your general thunderstorm risks up for basically from California into the Four Corner States, down through Texas, and into the southeastern United States, and then up the coast into the northeastern United States. We do have a little area there for Montana, Wyoming, and the Dakotas as well. Also, let me know in the comments if it's laggy at all or if anything's wrong with the stream, as I'm going to be sure to fix that before the next one. This is kind of going to be my first one with this recording software, whatever you want to call it, with this streaming software. So I am trying something new. Is it the audio or the video that's lagging? That'd be helpful to know. I can actually probably check what my frame rate looks like. Looks like I'm getting about 30, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem going on. Just let me know if it's the audio or the video that's lagging. I'm not moving anything on the video, so it shouldn't be the video lagging at all. Okay, so if the video's lagging, it's because I'm actually not doing anything. I'm just like letting it sit there on a pause screen. If it's buffering, that should be just a connection issue, nothing to do on my end. I don't think so, at least. Okay, so some of you are saying it is lagging, some of you are saying it's not. That must mean it's nothing on my end, I would assume. But let me know if that issue continues. Okay, 3 of you not having any issues. That's good news. Alright, so again, we do have a marginal risk up there from about Winchester, Virginia, and D.C., up through portions of Maryland, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, including, I think, Philadelphia is right on the edge of that, New Jersey, and portions of upstate New York there. Going to be in that marginal risk, so not too much going on. You can see we don't have too much of a risk for tornadoes. Again, with these 3 individual outlooks, that's within 25 miles of a given location, and it's that the percentages will be on the screen. So like for wind here, we have 5% chance of damaging wind within 25 miles of a given location within that color shade. So that's always important to keep in mind with these, to be able to kind of translate what it's actually trying to tell you. And then hail isn't too much of a big risk at all. So we only really have a small risk of wind going on today. Nevada. Well, Nevada, we just have a general thunderstorm risk there for the southern half of the state, so it shouldn't be too much in terms of severe weather. Usually within the general thunderstorm risk areas, we don't see any severe weather, but it is possible on isolated type events. We do see some like reports of wind, hail, or even tornadoes. I'm sure it's happened before where we've seen tornadoes in the general thunderstorm risk, but really we typically do not see any sort of severe weather. So it should just be general thunderstorms or showers going on for your area. Again, 5% chance of wind from Virginia up through West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and upstate New York. Now we're going to go ahead and, well, I'll show you guys the current radar real quick, and then we'll move on to day 2. Will the stationary front ever move south of southeast PA? Well, eventually. Yeah, of course. Eventually it will. Usually the cold wins out on these, which means it will move to your southeast with stationary fronts. I don't know how many viewers I have because it's been stuck at 58 for a long time, so maybe this will tell me. 70. Okay, that's very good. It's been a long time since I've had a live stream get a lot of viewers, so I think the severe weather type outlooks must be a hit. In the future, I am off of work today, but in the future I am going to consider taking off work. So in future live streams, if any of you feel so inclined to donate any amount of money, that would be great. I was also thinking about in big severe weather events or possibly for hurricanes, donating a percentage to kind of like the recovery, especially for hurricanes. Like if we have a Cat 5 or 4, God forbid, landfalling anywhere, where I'd consider donating that or a portion of it to the recovery or wherever you can donate the money to help with the storm. I think that would be a good cause and kind of appropriate, as that would be what we were talking about anyway in this stream. So I thought that'd be a cool idea for the future. Let me know how you guys feel about that. But we do have our kind of showers and thunderstorms going on here. And in the future, I'm going to be using WSV3. My subscription got canceled because I didn't have enough money in my one checking account that I was using to continually pay for the subscription. And I left my credit card in my friend's car yesterday, so he's bringing that back later, so I couldn't start back up my subscription for WSV3, so that's why we're using Wonderground interactive radar, but in the future we will be using actual programs. Now, we kind of have a little bit of, again, general thunderstorms going on. Nothing is in terms of severe, as far as I know right now. But as we're zooming in, the lag isn't the stream, it's actually my computer. If you're seeing lag right now as I'm zooming in, I'm gonna be really desperately needing to get a new computer very soon if I hope to continue doing videos, because this one is dying on me, unfortunately. And if anybody has any suggestions for like things they'd like to see in this series, because again, I'm gonna be trying to do these daily. And kind of replacing, if you remember, I used to do the severe weather outlooks. I forget what it was. I guess daily severe weather outlooks. This is kind of going to be replacing that, and I'll be able to talk about a lot more about what's currently going on than in the future. So I'll be able to like look at the radar. And if there's a tornado warning somewhere, I can be like, oh, there's a tornado warning here, and this is what you need to know. So it'll be like a lot more useful, like as far as real time coverage. That's the goal with it, and I actually expect to do that with hurricanes as well, and possibly even snowstorms as we head way later into the year. That's a long ways down the road, but I think streaming is kind of the future for my channel, or at least like 50% of it. Why don't you buy GR Level 3? Because I prefer WSV3. I think that it has a lot more features. You're able to use the NextRad Level 2 and 3 products, which is really just, really useful. It does have a bit of lag with it, though. I do own GR Level 3, but I don't have it installed on this computer right now. But I think that's a one-time purchase program, so I think I do own that. I'll just have to see if I can find a way to download it on this computer as well. And I do have I have worked with GR Earth in the past, but obviously that's not too useful for severe weather coverage, at least. So, yeah. Thank you, guys, all of you, for the views. Am I gonna have to refresh this? This is like, it shouldn't be that hard for this this website to run. Like, everything else is running good, and then this website. Anyway, we have a lot of thunderstorms there for southern Ohio, portions of West Virginia, especially northern and western Ohio. And I don't know why it just zoomed back in, because I didn't even tell it to do that. So, when is the rainy pattern in New England gonna finally end? I don't really know. Not really in the near future, I don't believe, as we're gonna have some nor'easter type systems heading up there, which I know is probably bad news, considering you seem to be a little aggravated with the current conditions, and it looks like that's going to continue for a while. So as long as those nor'easters keep heading up the coast, or it looks like they will start heading up the coast, so as long as that lasts or persists, we will be dealing with rainy conditions. So you can see basically just north of Harrisonburg, Virginia, and then up through Winchester, We have a line of thunderstorms as well right there, probably experiencing heavy rain within that middle portion, probably thunder and lightning as well as this portion here, Hanover, Pennsylvania, and south of you into Maryland. We have another line of thunderstorms, and these only look to intensify as we head on the Finger Lakes region here of New York as well. We do have some thunderstorms starting to fire up, and that's all within the marginal risk. And you can see New England, it's really rainy. Obviously, we have some heavy rain. This is a river flooding warning, so it probably has something to do with the rain, but that's not like directly or solely related to the rain, I would say. Now we're gonna move on because this shouldn't be too long of a live stream, unfortunately, just because there isn't much going on as far as severe weather. Again, we only have a marginal risk. When there's slight or even enhanced or moderate risks, that's when this will be really exciting, and I'll want to do like a lot of the live coverage, and hopefully by then I'll have a new computer. Honestly, I have the money to do it. I'm just like really cheap, so I'm gonna have to just kind of bite the bullet and just go ahead and buy maybe a laptop. I just want to make sure I get a good one. I don't want to waste my money, but thank you so much for all the views. 300 playbacks. I think that means that's total viewers we've had in the stream that have come and gone. So I really appreciate the amount of viewers we've had over this entire live stream. How long will severe weather last in the south? Well, probably, I mean, it just depends what you're wondering, because we only have a general thunderstorm risk today. But really, I mean, throughout the spring and summer, you're going to have numerous risks of severe weather. So if that's what you're asking, probably through September. You'll have off and on risks of severe weather going on. We're going to move on to day 2, though, and look at our convective outlook here. Or categorical outlook. Really, this is where we're going to see the marginal risk move into the southeastern United States. We might see an upgrade to a slight here. That's a pretty broad area of marginal, and we usually do see an upgrade to a slight. It's possible, not guaranteed, but we could see a slight tomorrow. But really, Texas into Louisiana, southern Arkansas, southern Tennessee, southern North Carolina, and basically most of South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi. And did I mention Louisiana? We're going to be dealing with that marginal severe weather risk. Again, that's where we're going to see like isolated reports of severe weather, not really too much as far as scattered or widespread reports, but isolated reports of wind and hail within that are probably likely. We will have some severe weather going on. No, I don't have a Discord server, but we do have a Facebook page. I believe that should just... I'll go look actually for you what it's called so you can search it up. If you are on Facebook, you can definitely feel free to go ahead and join our group. It's not too active right now. We do have a lot of members though. So okay, so it's called Weather Freaks. That's our Facebook group. And you can go ahead and join that if you like. Okay, so again, day 2, we have a general thunderstorm risk from California into Nevada, into the Four Corner states, then down through Texas and into the southeastern United States and kind of mid-Atlantic states as well. Some of Indiana, Illinois, Ohio as well in that general thunderstorm risk. Then we have an area from Kansas up through Nebraska, the Dakotas, Minnesota, and Iowa. But really, again, that marginal risk is the area I'm eyeballing because that's where we'll likely see the worst of the thunderstorms going on tomorrow within that dark green shade. Now we're going to move on to day 3. And you see we already have a slight risk for day 3, so this day could be interesting for the southeastern United States. Again, general thunderstorm risk there for Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Missouri as well. And then portions, there's like this little hook there for Oregon, down through California, into the southern Four Corner states, Texas, and into the southeastern United States and mid-Atlantic. Then we have our marginal risk from Louisiana into Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia. And as of right now, we have a slight risk already for Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. And we really could see this expand a lot with this many days to go by, this could really become a larger risk, and I think we could even see a enhanced risk as we move on if this continues to look worse and worse. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but that looks like our next big severe weather day as far as things go right now. On day 3, and I'll look at the extended range, see if on our 4 to 8 day outlook if we have anything going on real quick just before I end the live stream. Again, this is more of a test just to see how this works, and I feel like this went well, so I'm going to heavily consider doing this in the future. Looks like we have nothing going on in the extended range. Yeah, okay, so nothing too intense going on in the extended range. Likely we'll have slights within this, but nothing that we can see this far out. As I'm about to end this live stream. Again, this was like kind of a test, and I'm really glad this went well. I feel positive about this, so going forward, I'm likely to do these daily, especially if there's a slight tomorrow. I am pretty busy tomorrow, so I don't know quite right as of right now if I'll be doing it tomorrow, but okay, so this does say the buffering is due to something on my end, actually. YouTube is not receiving enough video. Let me look at this. Yeah, because I'm only getting like 26. I guess it has to be above 30. I don't know how I'm gonna get maintain that. Let's see if I can maybe close programs. I don't know. I'll see in the future about getting the